we are not still heading down that slope and watch how much worse it's going to get. I'm saying we're kind of there. We're going to let that happen, and then we're going to normalize. And I think we're now at a point where our stomachs, you know, they drop from the roller coaster. We're past it, and now we're kind of just enjoying the ride and seeing where we all, if we all vomit at the end.
The two questions we have for everybody is summarize 2023 and what do you expect for 2024? So Mark, give us your take on that. We want to hear from you.
That's a big loaded question there. 2023 was fucked up.
Yeah, 2023 actually. If I look, I'm gonna end on a positive note. Let me do this. 2023, I thought 2023 would be a shit show. 2023 was bad. A lot of people are in pain, but it's been a gradual shit show. It's been something that's kind of been hitting slowly and culminating, giving some people time to kind of acclimatize. Like there's many more bankruptcies than ever before, many more defaults than ever before. All of this is true, and it's getting worse, and it'll probably get worse even as we go into 2024. But it's the gradualism that I wasn't expecting. I was expecting kind of a cliff and a fall-off point. That's not what's happened, which has brought some order, measure, and stability to the market, which has actually been most welcome when you're going through a downturn, because really that's the only thing you can kind of hope for in a downturn. If you're going to hit the downturn, do it gradually to give people some time to kind of adjust. 2024, I think 22, you know what this is? This is Star Wars. This is all Star Wars. This is what it is. So 2022 was, you know, the first Star Wars, or number 4, or whatever it is, and the New Hope, right? And then Empire Strikes Back kind of hit this year. And I kind of feel like next year, at the very tail end, I think we're going to start having the Return of the Jedi, where you know, the Ewoks kind of come into play, and we all start feeling a bit good about ourselves and say, oh, yeah, you know, like this has actually been a great story overall. I actually think 2024, as we kind of see our way through to the end, is going to not necessarily bring light, but you're going to kind of understand that the darkest parts of the night are over. We are really heading into a 2025 culmination of pain in the new build space. But interest rates are scheduled to lower. People are looking at this and saying, okay, I know what the worst is. Because remember, perception is everything in this market. And I do think that, unlike before, people are kind of saying, all right, we kind of know what the totality of this pain is. And I think that that's going to kind of crystallize in 2024. And as we kind of approach the end of 2024, I kind of think you're going to have people who are like, all right, I took my hit. Okay, I took my assignment. I'm seeing ridiculous assignments, 400, 500,000 bucks off list. I've taken these hits. Now let's go back to normalcy, and let's start having our trajectory in 2025 start heading up. So I do think that 2024 is still going to be disaster and pain and everything else. But it's kind of the disaster and pain of people who kind of know they're well within the storm, who kind of understand that storms end, and who are kind of looking for the break in the storm. And I think we're going to kind of see that as we kind of hit the end. So that's my take on where we are and what's going on, based on nothing other than sentiment.
Mark, so I mean, this show's just about getting as many different voices on. You've been a guest on our show this year a couple times already. We hope to get you on.
Top show of all time. Most huge episode of all time. A landslide, by a landslide.
But, you know, but we're going to get other guests on and rotate. So feel free to interject or to go or to do whatever you want to do. I want to hear from Steve Karish here. Steve, summarize 2023. What are your thoughts and predictions for 2024?
23 was what nobody saw coming, right? The first 6 months of the year for us were absolute gangbusters all over again, which made no sense. I don't think anybody was more, well, definitely somebody, but I don't think a lot of people were a lot more pessimistic than I was when the overnight rates, when the 5-year fixed rate started hitting 6.39, because I figured if they stayed at 6.39 until 25, 26, when 40% of the rollover happened, then you would see extreme pain. But now we're seeing, this is where things have changed completely already. We're already seeing 5% 5-year fixed rates, which is below everybody else's qualifying rates that they were at, who bought at the peak. And so all of those people, assuming that they're getting raises and whatnot, are easily going to be able to afford those homes. And what we're seeing right now is a massive increase in interest in the marketplace that I don't think should be here, but it's here. We're seeing $500,000 condos in my market fly off the shelf. We can't keep them around anymore. The detached market's a different thing, which is opposite from your guys' market in Toronto, right? You guys are having trouble with the condos, and the detached is still going pretty good, or semis, or whatever you got, right? So we are seeing already a pickup, and I thought we were going to see, just like I thought this year, we were going to see a downslide all year long. I think we're going to be busy, and I think people are going to be shocked at where prices are in 2025 compared to now.
So both of you seem to think that we're kind of out of the woods at the moment, and that good times are ahead, rather than so it sounds like you're both saying, like, if we look back, like, the worst is behind us now.
No, I'd like to caveat that. I
Okay.
think the worst is still to come. I just think that it's a worst that is now known and quantified. I think people are now taking their maximal hits, and I think that's going to continue for several months. I literally, in the assignment market, because it's the new build space where people are just taking it on the chin. It's the new build space that's the critical loss point for people. I saw this week $500,000 loss, $300,000 loss, and $400,000 loss on deposits, plus someone else put in an extra $80,000 to get out of the country.
Holy shit.
But I am telling you, it is really, really, really bad out there. But I'm also telling you that this is, like, there's going to be a time when we say to our kids, I remember when people were taking $400,000, $500,000 losses. That's now. Like, it's taken till now to get to this point, but it doesn't stay at this point forever. And I'm telling you that 2024 is going to still be very messy, especially the beginning of 2024. I am, however, telling you that we are not still heading down that slope and watch how much worse it's going to get. I'm saying we're kind of there. We're going to let that happen, and then we're going to normalize. And I think we're now at a point where our stomachs, the drop from the roller coaster, we're past it, and now we're kind of just enjoying the ride and seeing where if we all vomit at the end.
Like, comment, and subscribe if you got anything from one of these clips. And if you want to see some more, press something on the screen here. Boom.
That was good.
That was good. I like that. That was good.